My sister told our parents not to talk to me anymore. The phone buzzed. I didn't even check it at first. Too busy folding laundry. Too busy pretending everything was normal after the fight earlier that week. Then it buzzed again. And this time I looked. A text from my sister. I told Mom and Dad not to talk to you anymore. Don't try reaching out. I dropped the laundry. Heart racing. Hands shaking. Nausea rising like I'd been punched in the gut. Not a fight. Not a warning. Not a cool down text. Cut off. I tried to call my mom. Nothing. Ringing, voicemail, nothing. I tried my dad. Same. I called my sister back. She didn't pick up. Then I saw the group chat. Mom, we need to respect her choice. Dad, she's right, let's give her space. Wait, space? This wasn't me asking for space. This was them siding with her. My stomach turned. My hands were shaking. My voice trembled. I dropped the phone on the couch. And that's when I realized this wasn't temporary. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was my family disappearing in real time. The message had already rewritten everything I thought I knew. And the worst part? I had no idea why. I scrolled down the chat again, and that's when I saw it. A forwarded message I wasn't meant to see. From my sister, to everyone in the family group. She can't be trusted with anything. We can't have her around anymore. And that's when my chest went cold. Because whatever I said next wouldn't matter. I stared at my phone like it had betrayed me personally. The group chat was buzzing. Notifications piling up. Every ding felt like another punch. I opened it. Not from me. From my sister. She was explaining to everyone why I was untrustworthy. She always ruins things. She can't handle family decisions. We're better off without her. My hands shook. I couldn't even scroll fast enough to see the rest. I tried calling my mom again. Voicemail. Dad, same. I started texting my best friend for advice. Maybe someone outside the family would tell me what to do. You need to calm down. Just give them time. Maybe apologize? Apologize for what? For existing in my own family? I felt my chest tighten. My stomach flipped. My vision tunneled. Then I noticed something. My sister had also blocked me on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, even our shared family chat app. She wasn't just sending messages. She was erasing me from every channel where our family could communicate. Panic set in. My mind raced. If I can't talk to my family, how do I even fix this? I tried sending an email to my parents. Please, can we talk? I don't understand what's happening. No reply. Hours passed, silence. The worst feeling wasn't anger. It wasn't betrayal. It was fear. The creeping, helpless kind of fear where you realize your family has already taken sides. And that's when it hit me. This isn't about one fight anymore. This is about them deciding, I don't belong in their lives. And somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew something worse was coming. A notification dinged. I picked up the phone. We need to meet tonight. At 7, don't be late. From my sister. I didn't know if this was a truce or a trap. And that's when the panic set in. Because I realized if I go, I might lose even more than I already have. I stood in the driveway, hands gripping the steering wheel like it could anchor me to reality. The house looked the same as always. White siding, porch light flickering. But something about it felt wrong. My sister opened the door before I could knock. You came, she said. Not happy. Not angry, calm, too calm. I swallowed hard. My chest tightened. I started. She cut me off. Sit. Inside, the house was quiet. Too quiet. Mom and Dad were sitting at the kitchen table, eyes down, hands folded. Like they were waiting for a performance. We just want to understand, Mom said softly. Softly. My stomach turned. Understand what? I asked. Voice too loud, shaking. Dad looked at me, then at my sister. Then back at me. We need to know why you've been... He paused. Behaving like this. Behaving like this? I froze. Because according to them, I was the problem. What do you mean? I said, panic creeping in. Mom glanced at my sister, who shrugged. She's been making decisions that hurt the family. You've caused stress we can't ignore. Stress we can't ignore. I felt my hands curl into fists. You mean I'm being punished for one text, one argument? You actually believe her. Silence. They wouldn't meet my eyes. And then my sister leaned forward, calm but piercing. It's not just that one text. It's everything. You've done this before. We've tolerated it, but enough is enough. Everything. I felt the floor drop out from under me. I realized something terrifying. This wasn't going to be a conversation. It was a verdict. My chest tightened, nausea rising. I had a choice, fight, beg, or walk out. I opened my mouth. And that's when my sister said the thing that made my heart stop. We already decided. You don't get another chance. Not here, not with us. I wanted to scream, cry, do something. But all I could do was stand there, knowing that after tonight, nothing would ever be the same. I left the house in a daze. The driveway felt longer than it should have. Cars passing by, people laughing somewhere else, completely unaware that my life had just tilted off its axis. I sat in my car for what felt like forever, gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles turned white. The text started immediately. Mom, we just want what's best. Dad, we're disappointed you can't see their side. Sister, this is for the best. You'll thank us later. I didn't know if I wanted to scream or throw my phone across the parking lot. The words stung, but worse than the words was the silence that followed. I tried calling them, nothing. I tried texting them again, nothing. It wasn't just my sister. It wasn't just one fight. It was every interaction I thought I had with my family. They were rewriting it. Every argument, every disagreement, every complaint I had ever made, it didn't exist anymore. It was like I had been erased from their lives. And my phone buzzed again. We need to talk tomorrow. Don't bring anyone else. I didn't know if that was a second chance or a trap. Because I realized something else too. Even if I went tomorrow, even if I begged and explained, I wasn't in control anymore. They had the power to shape the story, and I had no idea what lies they were telling anyone else. I sat there, chest tight, mind racing, and the worst thought hit me. What if I've already lost them for good? And I just don't know it yet? I turned my phone over. It buzzed again. This time, it wasn't from my family. It was from someone sending me proof of what my sister had said behind my back. To friends, relatives, even strangers. And I realized this fight had just become public. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Screenshots, forwarded messages, group chats I wasn't even part of anymore. People I barely knew commenting. Wow, she really did that? Your family's insane. I can't believe she'd be cut off like that. And then the ones that cut the deepest. Honestly, I get why they blocked her. My chest tightened. My hands shook. My stomach flipped. This wasn't private anymore. It wasn't even family drama. It was public humiliation. I tried messaging my sister again, reasoning. Calm, rational, nothing. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered, thinking maybe it was a friend. Hey, you need to see this. A voice I didn't recognize. And suddenly I was staring at screenshots of my sister telling friends, neighbors, and even coworkers about every argument we'd ever had. Every mistake. Every complaint I'd voiced, twisted, embellished, spread. I could feel heat rise in my chest. Rage, panic, shame. I wanted to call my parents. But what would I say? Hey, remember me? I'm the one you disowned publicly. The thought made me nauseous. Everywhere I looked, phone, email, social media, she had created a narrative where I was the problem. And worse, people were believing it. Then another message came through. If you try to defend yourself, it will only get worse. From her. I dropped my phone. It hit the floor, face up, glowing. And I realized something terrifying. I wasn't just losing my family anymore. I was losing control of how the world saw me. And there was no one to stop it. I sat there in the dark staring at my phone. And then a notification popped up. From a number I didn't recognize. You need to meet me. I have proof she's lying. But it's dangerous. Are you ready? My hands went cold. Because whatever I did next could either save me or destroy me completely. My phone buzzed again. The unknown number. I stared at it, thumb hovering over answer. My chest thumped like it would explode. Finally, I picked up. You're not going to like this, the voice said, low, urgent, but you need to know the truth before you do anything. I gripped the phone tighter. Who is this? Call me a friend, someone who knows what your sister's really doing. I laughed, but it came out shaky. A friend? She's my sister. Everyone's on her side. What could you possibly know? Screenshots don't tell the full story. She's been spinning a version of you, a version she knows your family will believe. And she's doing it everywhere. Social media, friends, coworkers. She's painting you as the villain. And the worst part? They're eating it up. I felt bile rise in my throat. So what? I just sit here and let her ruin me? No, but you need proof. And you need to be careful. Because the moment she realizes you're fighting back, things get worse. My hands shook. I wanted to yell, to cry, to smash something. But instead I whispered, okay, I'm listening. The voice continued. Meet me tomorrow, alone. I'll show you everything. But I mean it, alone. If she sees you contacting anyone else, she'll escalate this. And trust me, you won't like the escalation. I hung up. The silence in my apartment felt suffocating. I couldn't eat. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't stop thinking about the screenshots. The lies, my parents, the group chat. My life unraveling in front of me. Then my phone buzzed again. Another message. From my sister. Don't do anything stupid. Remember, I control the story. I dropped the phone. The fear hit me like a wave. Not just fear of losing my family, but fear of losing everything else too. And I realized tomorrow's meeting wasn't just going to reveal the truth. It could be the moment that decides if I survive this family war or lose completely. I stared at the ceiling, heart racing, mind spinning. Do I go? Do I risk confronting her lies, knowing she could destroy me even more? And deep down, I already knew. Whatever happens next, nothing will ever feel safe again. I arrived at the cafe before sunrise, hands shaking so badly I almost dropped my phone. The place was empty. Too empty. Sunlight hadn't even hit the tables yet. A figure waved me over from a corner booth, face hidden under a hoodie. "You came," the voice said. I nodded, sliding into the seat. "Good, I don't have much time." The stranger handed me a manila folder. I opened it. Screenshots, emails, chat logs, messages from friends, neighbors, even distant cousins, all showing my sister's lies in full. My hands trembled. Rage, relief, panic, all at once. "See," the stranger said. "She's been telling everyone that you're unstable, that you can't be trusted, that you ruined family events on purpose. And your parents? They bought it. Hook, line, sinker. I could feel my stomach drop. How do I fix this?" I whispered. "You can't just fix it," the stranger said. "You have to expose her. But carefully. If you go in hot, she'll twist it back on you. People already think you're the villain." I leaned back, mind spinning. Then my phone buzzed. A message from my sister. "I know where you are. Don't even think about showing those screenshots. Remember, I control the story." My heart stopped. "She knows?" I whispered. "Yeah," the stranger said. "And now it's a game of timing. One wrong move and your family will think you escalated everything." I realized then, this wasn't just about family drama anymore. This was a full-scale war. And my sister had already drawn the first line. I looked down at the folder, my hands trembling. And just then, my phone buzzed again. This time it wasn't a text. It was a photo of my parents smiling at a dinner with her. And a caption. "They're on my side. Always have been. You have one choice, walk away, or lose everything." I couldn't breathe. Because now it wasn't just her story. It was my family's story too. I couldn't move. My hands were glued to the folder, heart pounding so hard I thought it would explode through my chest. The stranger leaned in. "You have to decide now," they said. "Do you confront her? Or let it slide? Either choice has consequences." I felt frozen. Because this wasn't just about my sister anymore. It was about my parents, my reputation, my life. I thought about walking away, pretending none of it happened, pretending I hadn't been erased. But the idea made my stomach twist. "I can't," I whispered. "Then you need a plan," the stranger said. "And fast. Because she's already moving. People have seen the messages, and whispers are spreading. Friends, coworkers, family, and the worst part? Your parents are starting to defend her without knowing the truth." I swallowed hard, realizing the full scale of what I was facing. It was bigger than one fight, bigger than one text. It was a narrative war, and my sister had the first weapon. Then my phone buzzed again. Another message from her. "You should have walked away. Now it's too late." I dropped my head into my hands. The stranger placed a hand on mine. "You don't have much time. She's escalating. And the next move? She'll go public with everything. And your parents will back her. One wrong move and this is over." Panic hit like ice. "What do I do?" I whispered, barely audible. "You fight smart," they said. "Expose her lies carefully. But remember, she already controls the story your family believes. You're playing catch-up, and the clock is ticking." I looked at the folder again. Screenshots, lies, twisted messages, proof of manipulation. A single thought ran through my mind. I can't let her win, but if I fail, I'll lose everything. I heard my phone buzz again. This time, it was a video message from my sister. And as I pressed play, I saw my parents laughing, glass in hand, celebrating something. And my sister's voice came over it. "If you try to fight me, this is what everyone will think of you." My hands went cold. Because now I realized this wasn't just about lies anymore. It was about control. And she was winning. I didn't sleep. Not a minute. All night I stared at the folder, the screenshots, the messages, the lies. My mind raced, heart pounding, hands shaking. By noon, I knew what I had to do. I couldn't just wait. I had to confront her, face to face. I drove to her apartment, every red light stretching the seconds into an eternity. My phone vibrated constantly, but I ignored it. When I got there, she was sitting on the couch, scrolling her phone like she hadn't ruined my entire life. "You came," she said, calm, smug. "We need to talk," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "Oh, we are talking," she said, leaning back. "You know, I've been telling everyone the real story. Funny how everyone believes me." My chest tightened. Rage and fear collided. "You've been lying, manipulating my family, twisting everything I've ever said. And you," she laughed. "Twisting it? No, I'm just honest, unlike you." I felt my stomach drop. "Honest? You're destroying me. You've turned my parents against me. Everyone believes you." She shrugged. "Maybe that's because the truth hurts." I slammed the folder on the table. Screenshots spilled everywhere. "See this? This is all proof. You're lying to them. You're lying to everyone. Her smirk didn't falter. Proof? Oh, honey, it's not about proof. It's about who controls the narrative. And right now, that's me. I felt panic like I'd never felt before. You can't just watch me, she said. I realized something in that moment. She wasn't just lying. She was playing a game. And my family? They were already trapped in her version of it. And the worst part? I could do everything right, fight every lie, show all the proof. It might still not matter. She picked up her phone. Oh, looks like someone else wants to see your truth. A notification pinged on my own phone. It was from an unknown number. We have evidence she's lying to your parents. But you need to act fast. Meet us now. Don't let her know you're onto her. I froze, because now this confrontation wasn't just between us. It was a race against time, and if I lost, I'd lose everything. I drove through the rain, hands white-knuckled on the wheel, mind racing. The unknown number had given me an address, a public park, a bench under a flickering streetlight. They said someone there had everything. I needed to finally prove the truth to my parents. I pulled up, heart thundering. A figure stepped forward, hood low, voice calm but urgent. You're here, good, don't look around. Just take this. They handed me a folder, bigger than the last. Labeled, full evidence. I opened it. Screenshots, emails, recorded calls, every lie. Every manipulation my sister had spun, time-stamped, verified. For the first time, I felt relief. This will change everything? I asked, voice trembling. It will expose her, the figure said. But your parents? They might not like what they learn about themselves. I didn't care. I had to try. I drove straight to my parents' house. The rain soaked through my hoodie, my hair plastered to my forehead. I rang the doorbell. My mom opened, surprise on her face. Dad followed behind. Mom, Dad, you need to see this, I said, holding up the folder. What is that? Mom asked nervously. I laid it all out. Screenshots, messages, recorded calls. Every lie she had told. Every manipulation. Their faces changed. Shock, confusion, anger, disbelief, all in seconds. We didn't know, Dad whispered. You believed her? I asked, voice cracking. They looked down. My mom's eyes welled up. My dad rubbed his face. We didn't realize. We were hearing only her side, Mom admitted. I felt a tiny spark of hope. Maybe they'd understand. Maybe it wasn't too late. Then my phone buzzed. A message from my sister. I warned you. This isn't over. You think you've won, but you've just started a war. My stomach dropped. Because I realized, even if I proved the truth, even if my parents finally saw her lies, nothing would ever be the same. My family wasn't broken. It was changed. And for the first time, I understood. Sometimes, even the truth can't fix what betrayal has already destroyed. I looked out the window. Rain-slicked streets reflected neon lights. And then a car slowed by the curb. A familiar figure leaned out the window. And my sister whispered, You think you exposed me, but the next move? That's mine. I froze, because I realized this story isn't ending. It's just evolving.